Welcome to our May video here. Ryan here with Mike. Pulled out the polo for the unofficial start of summer coming up in a few days here. Today we're going to be talking about balancing your financial goals with helping family and other priorities that you have. The common examples of things that people are working on: saving for retirement, helping their children with education, helping other family members, managing day-to-day expenses, and ultimately planning for their future. How do you balance all those different things? And the challenge is not choosing a goal, it's choosing how to balance each one of those goals in an efficient manner. The first thing that we're going to talk about here is your retirement still matters. And I like to joke and say, when you're on a plane and they're going through the demonstration, you have to put on your own safety mask first. That's focusing on your retirement plan up front. And this is going to give you flexibility down the road to be able to help those family members and your children in the future.
The second one is just helping your family members financially, whether it be your grandkids, your kids, loved ones, any of those different things. You want to be thoughtful with it. It can come to education help, help with education, just general gifting, help with house purchases, all those different things. You just want to make sure that it's thoughtful and also sustainable. I also heard a good quote with one of my clients where they said that they'd rather gift with a warm hand than a cold hand. So, doing that thoughtfully and strategically as you go through life, I think is important. One of the big things, and I had a presentation last night, happy to share it with anybody, on education planning and 529s. That's a major focus that it just keeps on getting more and more expensive, and the timeline to get that money saved is very short. So we have a lot of parents helping their kids or grandkids with that. So starting early, making sure the contributions are consistent, all those things matter. And it's not a one size fit all, and just making sure that you're being strategic about it, I think, is important.
And the piece that you hit on briefly, but it's very important, is sustainability, right? Balancing multiple goals comes down to building a sustainable, succinct plan. Most financial planning is about figuring out what your priorities are and the trade-offs that come with balancing those priorities. Your goals shift over time. The objective isn't perfection. It's really to have that plan in place and to execute on it. It works out better over the long run if you're executing on it consistently.
You hit on it as far as being flexible in those things. As things come up, you want to make sure that you're flexible. You could adapt to changing times as life changes and things come up. And I think it's important to have an emergency savings and make sure that your cash flow is still on target. And plans should evolve over time, just as goals and circumstances change. So overall, I would say financial planning is more about, balancing your priorities and being thoughtful about it, being strategic. What's the most effective way that you can help support maybe kids or loved ones or grandkids? It's not just, hey, set it and forget it. And I think it's important to have a conversation, at least with us, doing that. I know we do that on a consistent basis. So we'll see you next month.